Hey, today I'm going to do an updated review on the Titan T3 rack. Hey, this is Greg with Discovering Strength, a channel focused on fitness tips and product reviews for the average guy or girl trying to get in shape through strength training. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing below. Alright, so I've had the Titan T3 rack for a little over a year now, and I thought I would do an updated review to let you know what I like and dislike about it a year later. Okay, so a year later and still bang for your buck, I think, is the biggest selling point for the T3 rack. So I got this for about $450 last year, and to let you know, I've got the tall version and it's also the 24-inch depth version. So at the time of filming, I see online that I think the price has gone up slightly. They have a range for the price there of $450 to $550. But one thing to also keep in mind is on all the Titan products, it's always free shipping, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so I also really like just how versatile the T3 rack is. You can get all kinds of different attachment items or different rack attachments. So, you know, for instance, I've got the landmine attachment down there. I've got all the plate storage attachments that I put on the side. I even got the Lat Pulldown cable machine. And there are lots of other items you can get. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I've got the wide dip attachment up there as well. Alright, and last thing is this rack is super solid. I use this without bolting it down to the ground for almost a year, I guess maybe 10 months, and really the thing never budged. The only reason I ended up bolting it down now is that I built the lifting platform, and so it was easy for me just to bolt it down to the platform. But even without that, it's super solid. So the price has increased slightly over the last year, and what you'll find is, like other fitness equipment items, is it's either on back order or out of stock. So that's one thing you'll have to deal with. Okay, so not only has the price increased slightly, but the other issue is that Titan's no longer including some of the extras that used to come included with the T3 rack. So when I bought this, the safeties, the pin and pipe safeties, came with it at no additional cost. Also, I got 4 of these band pegs, and I got 4 of the plate storage holders. So now, none of those things come standard. And you add that all up if you buy it separately, and you know, you're looking at a little over $100 to purchase that. I will say that is the same as Rogue. Rogue doesn't include those; they never have. But you know, it's sad that they're not including it. Okay, so the last thing I'll mention, and it's not really an issue with the T3 rack, but more an issue of how I configured my rack, but I'll just mention it here, is because of where I've put some of the plate storage on my rack, and mainly because I have this cable machine off to the side here, it makes it challenging to do work inside of the rack. So I really can't squat all that easily unless I am squatting off of the inside post here. And same thing for bench press. I have to end up putting my J-hooks on the inside here to bench, to be able to use the safeties. And for that reason, here shortly I'm adding spotter arms to come out on the outside so I can do most of my work out here. But again, that's really not an issue with the rack, it's just how I've configured it here. Alright, so my overall recommendation is that the T3 rack is really awesome. It's sturdy, and its main comparison would be the Rogue R3 rack. So when you compare the T3 rack to the R3 rack, in terms of specs, they're pretty much identical. And Rogue, you're going to spend another $150 extra, but then on top of that, you're looking at paying for shipping. So you're easily paying about $200 more if you go with Rogue. And the T3 rack is awesome. You get free shipping, and I've purchased a lot of Titan attachments, and I have been happy with all of them. So I wouldn't hesitate to purchase this today. Alright, so that does it for the updated review of the Titan T3 rack. Let me know in the comments below if you got any questions, and we'll see you next time.